With the state of the planet, I think it's really important that we're all doing what we can to reconnect with nature. I think whether that's just sitting at your bedroom window and looking at the birds outside, or if it's getting a camera in your hand and coming to somewhere like Mull where there is just wildlife absolutely everywhere. But obviously with that, it means that we have a responsibility to be respectful to nature and to the environment, and to make sure that we're not disturbing the wildlife. And I think that that is something that's really important. So definitely do your research before coming to a place like this. Have an idea of what animals you want to photograph and maybe their behavioural cues, to make sure that you're not putting any pressure on them that might change their behaviours in a negative way. When photographing animals, we really want to be capturing those natural behaviours. We don't want to be putting any pressure on them that's going to change those behaviours. Just something like otters, if you're disturbing them, they could exhibit increased vigilance, and that means that they're not able to fish as much, which is obviously a negative impact on them. So just doing your research, maintaining a respectful distance, and knowing when to stay back and just enjoy the wildlife for what it is.
I think it's about knowing your limits too. As hard as it is to walk away from an amazing otter counter, or what you might think could potentially become an amazing otter encounter, if you feel like you've stressed the animal out, just move away. We've made mistakes before and you learn from them. And I think it's going back to what I said earlier about knowing your limits. When we travel to other places around the world, we will work with and hire the best naturalists and guides that we can find, because they know those locations inside out, the wildlife that lives there. In the same sense that here, just on this loch behind us, Loch Spelvey, we know all the individuals that live here, their particular behaviours, their habits, which we are able then to photograph as best as we can. So beyond working with local experts and guides, long lenses are a gift to wildlife photographers. So here on Mull, we have the benefit of being able to move around on the shoreline, but in lots of places that Lara and I go and photograph in, we are restricted to particular pathways that we cannot veer off because we don't want to be damaging local flora. Long lenses such as the 400 2.8 that I've been trialing for the last few days, which is just amazing, are perfect for that, especially with the inbuilt teleconverter. We've also been trying the 800mm 6.3, which is incredible for getting even closer, especially for bird photography, as we were trying out this morning in our local bird hide. So just making sure that you have the right equipment packed for the subjects that you're going to be photographing is incredibly important.
Yeah, I think it all comes down to photography with purpose, making sure that what you're photographing and the shots that you want to take actually have some kind of benefit to either the animal or the ecosystem, whether that's raising awareness for the plight of the white-tailed eagle, which used to be extinct in the British Isles and has now been reintroduced and is thriving here on Mull, or just raising awareness to your family and talking about the wildlife that you saw. Again, everything helps us to reconnect with nature.